With our NZ fishing trip approaching fast, a bit of tackle prep was in order as usual, and before long we were there. Flew into Christchurch and travelled south to Cardrona for a quick ski and a night over in Queenstown, and then on to the Mataura River not far away.
Not bad for the first pool in New Zealand.
Yeah, not too bad. That fish was a good start, but we decided to head south to Lumsden to find some accommodation and then got set for day 2 on the Mataura. We just hopped in at a bridge above Athol and I found some really nice fish straight away, but they weren't all easy.
Got a good one finally after about a dozen refusals. Bright sun, middle of the day, but that pocket water with slow speeds in it, that's where they all are. There's quite a few sitting in the backwaters too, but anyway, enough of that bullshit. We'll release this one. Not too shabby. He's a good 3.5, maybe 4. They're nice fish. Real pale, but they're... Even I can spot them in New Zealand. I can't bloody see them in Tasmania, but I can see them here. I think they're just bigger. He's got a little bit of life back in him now. Really make sure he's okay before we send him off. Nice fish. Yeah. Got some life now. There we go. Free swimming. Free trouty. Yeah, you're not hooked now, mate. See ya.
We'd caught some nice fish already and we were seeing some really good fish in the backwaters as well, but decided to sort of stick with fishing the laydown minnow as that was producing, and may as well stick with the winning recipe.
And another one. Lure change. First cast with lure change on one that refused the black and gold. Popped on this little the old retro Norris colour. Had to sort of cast at it about 5 or 6 times and just got to pull it straight downstream on him, and final cast just paused it right on his nose and he come in behind it and had 3 goes at it and got it on the 3rd time, just in the lip. So it's looking pretty easy. Haven't had to use a net yet. Nice sort of rocky shallows makes them pretty easy to beach. Here's another pretty nice fish. Probably just 3, that one. She's in good nick. We're on the Matuara River in Southland.
Day 2 was a real success with 8 or 9 trout. It was a great day, so we stuck with the Mataura.
All morning without a fish, and yeah, had to go straight through fluorocarbon, drop down to a SX48, a little bit deeper. Just had to go to deeper pools where they were hanging. Not as many fish sitting where they were yesterday, but we did fish a bit earlier. Early's bad. As the day warms up, they're just dropping into position around the river. So almost on a couple of 6-pounders in the last pull, but that's been the story of the day today. Almosts and maybes. There's that fish with a little SX48 in the lip. Just nipped it, but I'm real happy with that. Just didn't think I was going to catch one at all today. The mood they were in early, but yeah, that's the go. Yeah, another nice 3-pounder. They all seem to be nice 3-pounders here, if not 4 or bigger. Can't catch the bigger ones. No good at that. He's taking that quite well, actually. Black and gold is a good colour here, it seems. Just went back to it. Laydown just wasn't getting it down deep enough. Almost on a couple of fish sitting in runs, but yeah, almost wasn't getting me anything. So I'll change up and grab the fluorocarbon rig off Jarrah. SX48 and 305. 305? 3 or something, 302. Ooh. Finally another one. Had like 6 refusals in the last pull, and sort of they were shallow. Went back to a lay down and I could just almost get them to bite shallow, but just refusing it. So I just moved up and found one in that sort of 3-foot water, and SX48 back on second cast. So just a bit more willing to eat a lure, and he really ate it, that one. So yeah, that little black gold baby's doing the business at the moment. Tough day, but I'm happy to catch 2, really. I mean, I was expecting a big 0 after this morning, but they're just warming up as the afternoon rolls on. Just a little bit different to yesterday, but still good fun. I've got this one. Oh, he's such a good fishery in Mataura. It's worth looking after.
I pushed on for a couple more, so not a bad day and all. Then went back to meet Jarrah, who was downstream, and he was having a go at a fish he'd seen earlier.
Sorry. Yeah. And swipe it, get him. Ooh, get him. Yes. Nice work, mate. What do you reckon? Pretty good.
Next we moved on to Dunedin, and the next morning I headed south to the Clutha River to try for some New Zealand sea runners.
I just caught a 5.5 pounder, maybe a bit bigger. 2 casts later, I think I've got a 6. Maybe it's bigger. This place is stupid. I'm at the Clutha River, and had a good patch early. Got 3 in the main river. Just thrown a sinking 70S eco gear. Then found some shallow stuff, more like where we fish, and found this little bank and looked over the bank and found this surging tidal current, and it just looked so good, and I've caught 2 crackers here. I'll just unhook this one and give you a look. If he doesn't hook, don't hook me, buddy. Look at that thing. Jesus, what a fish, look at that. How big is that? It's pretty big. It's going back in. 2 in 3 casts. 5.5 in, I don't know, what do you call that thing? Solid. got another one. Took a while. The spot was a bit spooked, so I just rested it and came back. Caught a couple of small ones further down. And, so much wind, just had to go to that 70 S just so the lure would stay in the water. I was only swimming it in like a foot of water. And you got these things. You got these things chasing it at your feet. That's got to be 8 pound. That thing. That's a cracker. Look at the condition on that. That's a cracker of a thing. You can't even hold it. I reckon that's an 8 pounder. Blowing its ass off. Put him back in the waves where he came from. Take him out a bit. It's on a log. What a fish. He's away. Not happy, mate. He's away. I'm sure he's alright. Good go. Off he goes.
It was a great first day on the Clutha. 3 big fish and 8 all up. It's an interesting system. It's got 2 mouths and a string of coastal lagoons in between. So I came back from all the next day, down the front end of the system, found a bunch of really silvery sea runners, up to about 2.5 pound, but finished with a nice 5 pounder. That made it worthwhile coming down again. Next day was our last fishing day, so we headed to a small estuary further north to try for more sea runners, only catching a couple of small fish. So we moved on to another river nearby, caught a few more trout, including a nice 3.5, 4 pounder. And lost a couple of good fish, but it was a good day.
See you later, buddy.
And that was it for the fishing. So it's off to Christchurch to get ourselves cleaned up for the trip home.